watching Dr. Reverend Wright speak at the National Press Club on April 28th, 2008, C-SPAN 2 coverage. He mentioned William Augustus Jones, Jr., Reverend, born December 24th of February 1934, died 4th February 2006. Was an African-American minister and civil rights leader. Born in Louisville, Kentucky, he graduated with honors in sociology from the University of Kentucky, though he could not play basketball because blacks were barred from the team. He went on to earn a doctorate from Crozier's Theological Seminary. He enlisted in the United States Army in 1954 as a private and was discharged in 1956 as a first lieutenant. Well, 2 years, as a first lieutenant, but that could have been like, because he left. That's when they gave him the thing, and probably as an incentive to keep him in. But hopefully it's because by that point the U.S. Army had integrated by that point, or But anyways, man, that's got years. Graduated with honors in sociology, 4 years of college, and couldn't play on the basketball team. Crozier, C-R-O-Z-E-R, Crozier, theological ceremony, or seminary, and then he goes into the U.S. Army as a private. Now the thing is, because I had a college degree, I was given the rank of specialist in the Army. In the other ranks, they would only give me the E3 rank equivalent. So I had an E4 rank equivalent in the Army. It was actually, there was this one program, and stupid me, I didn't pursue it, where you could become a corporal recruiter. And actually, I should have done that. I really should have pursued that because, and especially back in my home area, just what I'm seeing happen around here, and that's what I'm doing now is the same thing, just talking to guys about it. But going through the Army and the basic training, and also just my regular unit, guys would come in who were specialists, and they had degrees. I spoke, or when I went in to basically sign away my rights to the GI Bill because I already had my college degree. I was just, and thus I was going to get my degree paid off. The guy next to me had 2 master's degrees, and in like 2 different things. He was from Bangladesh, and neat little guy. His name was Hossein, and but he looked like him. We nicknamed him Apu after the Simpsons character, just as a sort of friendly joke. He's a real nice guy, and he wouldn't take off all his clothes when he took a shower too. But anyways, but the dude, he anyways, back to this thing. Just, man, I'm glad that the U.S. military is a lot better about this sort of stuff, because this is just the thing I realize about U.S. military is that and it's probably other people who realize this too, that it's trying to it's supposed to be this very elite, organized, everybody understands and is respectful, and things are clear and everything's clearly done. But the environment you're thrown into is chaos, and somebody who I realized later on had no right to, say, hey, drop and give me push-ups. And the drill sergeant said, why are you doing push-ups? I said, I had no idea. And it's just very interesting how, that was just my first experience within the first week. Okay. We're on a bus with all our gear. We're riding out to where we're going to engage our basic training, and people are chuckling. And even though drill sergeant's walking up and down this bus, moving along, and saying, "Oh, keep your eyes down, don't look." Some people aren't treating it too seriously. This environment that Reverend William Augustus Jones, Jr. went into was rougher. People were violent with each other. They beat each other up. Either in plain view or behind the shed, but often behind the shed, which is a common terminology that was thrown around in the Army these days. it was expressed commonly to to us that, oh, you guys have it easy. Back in the days, somebody messed up, they get the crap beat out of them, this and that. And then afterwards, very interesting, in one barrack situation, speaking of barracks, where soldiers are living, where it was basically between 150 to 300 soldiers, and so in some cases a lot of guys fresh out of high school, and with a complement of about 3 to 5, usually sometimes maybe 6 personnel that could be used to oversee these people, and it was actually very well organized and run, and there were whatever shenanigans took place, it was very limited. Then I go down to this other location down in Fort Gordon, Georgia, and I arrive to what just seems like chaos. The the way the barracks were organized, they had people going through 3-hour training, or I mean not 3-hour training, but 3 shifts of training, round the clock, 24 hours a day, 8-hour shifts. Just this bizarre sort of way to try to get people to learn things, and the way they kept us awake during the weekends too. But I mean, and this is the Army after September 11th, and but the thing is, it seemed to me that the 24-hour shift training had been going on, prior to that. So it's just very interesting just how we're supposed to have the best military in the world, and yet our training facilities were just always so underfunded. And even with personnel-wise, just seemed to be undermanned. And prior to September 11th, I can't say for sure, but I will say no, because the military was just stabilized by that point. So, but anyways, getting back to the racial just bigotry and hill that Reverend William Augustus Jones Jr. had to face. So, it's interesting how times change.